Hey guys, thanks for stopping by today. My name is Alex from Signature Solar, and we have Richard here from EG4. Today, Richard's going to go over the new 6.5 kilowatt that EG4 Electronics is releasing here soon.
Perfect, thank you, Alex. Let's go ahead and take a look. Hey there everyone, Richard from EG4 here, and today I'm excited to show you guys our new inverter. This is the EG4 6500EX-48 model. This is a 6500 watt inverter, and we'll go ahead and open it up. I'll show you what's inside. So we've got it opened up, and as you can see here, we've got the inverter. It's pretty light, it's pretty easy to get up on the workbench here. Inside we've got some documentation with some MC4 connections included. Let's see what we got here. We got a manual. This is a really nice manual actually. It's really thick. I know that our team actually rewrote this and made it easier to read, and it has a lot more information than just what a standard manual would have included. So I actually printed one off. Let me grab that one real quick over here, and just so you can see exactly how thick these are, but they're about 80 pages or so. It does look like it has some software in here as well for your computer, so you can connect it up and monitor. So let's see, we got a couple of communication cables here for stacking these and making them communicate. So, and then we've got, let's see here, this just looks like a cover to cover up some sort of input here. We've got your Cat5 cable to connect the different inverter to your battery or between multiple batteries. These are the for the inputs here, a couple plastic protectors to keep your wires, make sure that they don't get cut or anything. So we've got another cable here. This looks like to communicate to the computer for the software. So if you take a look at the top here, we've got a really cool design on the front. Let me turn this towards you a little bit. It's pretty light, comes out pretty easily. I'm going to pull it out and set it up on a table so you guys can take a look at it, and I'll go over all the connections. Alright guys, through the magic of editing, I've got this set up on the table here so you guys can take a look at it. I've only got one of them set up right now. This is a single phase 120 volt 6500 watt inverter. So it is stackable. You can put multiple of these together to get two-phase electricity if you want, or you can run them in parallel and increase your load on one line. It's a 48 volt, 120 amp AC charger. So this can charge up your batteries extremely quickly just by itself. The nice thing I really like about this unit too is it actually can accept up to 8,000 watts of solar panels. So you've got a couple of different inputs down here. You've got an AC input, your AC output, you've got your battery, and then over here you've got two different PV lines that can go in. So you can actually run two separate PV lines in and get your total capacity without using a combiner box or anything like that. So I did want to go through and show you guys the bottom in a close-up so I could go over each of the inputs and the outputs and exactly what they do. So I've gone ahead and digitized the image here so that we can take a look at it a little more clearly than using a physical image of the product. And we'll just go through each of these inputs and outputs so that we can see exactly what you're working with. So the first thing is in the upper left-hand corner is a remote LCD module communication port. And this is if you decide to take off the screen and mount it on a wall. This allows it to communicate with the inverter still and show what's on the screen. To the right of that, we have the dry contact input. So this allows you to communicate with a generator and automatically turn it on or off based off of voltage or other settings. Next up, we have the USB port. This is for communication and changing functions. It allows you to plug in USB on-the-go devices. To the right of that, we have the BMS communications port. This is a port to communicate with your battery. It supports CAN, RS465, RS232, And we've actually written a specific section of the manual. It's towards the end, it's an appendix, and it actually details exactly how to connect to both of the EG4 brand batteries, so you can know how to do that straight out of the box. To the right of that, we have a RS-232 communication port. This is for communicating with your PC over RS-232 protocol, which is very common. This is what we use to update the firmware from the PC, so if you don't want to use the USB drive. And then there's also a software that was included with this inverter, and this is how you would communicate with that software. In the lower left, you've got your PV terminals. There's actually 2 of these, and each of those inputs allows you to have up to 500 VOC input. So you can get a really large string without using combiner boxes to hit the capacity of the inverter with ease. Next, we have our AC input and output connections. These allow you to plug the inverter into a wall and pull power from the grid if you want to, or from a generator. We do recommend these at 4 AWG wire, and that's at 1.4 to 1.6 Newton meters of torque. When you do open up the physical device, you'll see that these lines are clearly marked with a ground, a line, and a neutral marking, so just ensure that you plug those in correctly. Below the AC connections, you have your paralleling communication cable areas. On the left, you've got your current sharing ports, and then on the right hand side, you have your communication ports. These are to ensure that when you parallel multiple inverters together, that they're all going to operate with the same settings and they know what they are all doing. Lastly, in the bottom right hand corner, you've got your battery connectors. There's a positive and a negative input here, and this just connects to either one battery, or if you have multiple batteries, you can connect to a bus bar for all of them. So it's not extremely heavy. I really love the design that we've done on this unit. We've kind of got a powder coat finish on the front that makes it look really good, and we've even put most of the important information on the front here. So like I said, it is stackable. You can put it into multiple phases. For today's demonstration, I've only got the one I'm going to set up, and I've got a small load that I've got over here. I will be running a couple more of these so I can show them in parallel later down the road. But for today, I'm just going to turn the one on, and let's take a look here. So I've got the unit on. I just started it a moment ago, so there's no issues with the pre-charge inrush or anything. But take a look at the front here when I start this up. So we've got the power turned on. You push the button, and you can hear it kick on. We've got an indicator light that you can see from a distance that is turned on. This is fully programmable, so you can assign different colors and stuff to it to do different things. It comes with this built-in screen, and I'll show you guys here that this is actually removable. So if you want to put this on your wall, I don't want to pull it off while it's operating, but you can actually get this running. The error message we're getting right now is the battery communications error. I'm going to plug this in so that stops beeping at us. We'll give it a second here. So this has multiple different settings that you can go through and change. The one that everyone's going to be interested in is the batteries. So we've actually got this programmed by default where it has an EG4 setting for your batteries. So you don't have to try and figure out what lithium setting or anything to go into. You just go into setting number 5 and change it to EG4, and it's going to work with the EG4 batteries that we have. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off real quick and open it up so we can see what's inside and makes this thing run. So give me just a moment here. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you inside the inverter. Over here, we got our battery connection. Those are marked positive and negative, easy to see there. Over here, we've got our AC input and output. You've got your AC output on the right and your AC input on the left with your line, your neutral, and your ground for each of those. On the left-hand side, you've got your 2 PV inputs, and as you can see, this entire unit is wired very, very nicely, very clean on the inside. You can see basically all the parts that you're working with. All of these loose cables right here, I wanted to leave them in the shop for just a second, but these are what were connected to the screen and the lights on the front of the machine. I'm going to go ahead and flip those over the back here. Hopefully I can remember where those go. But down inside, you can see all of your PCBs. So they've done a really good job. They've built this little channel using a non-conductive plastic. And if you look at the front, let me see if I can get a good picture here. On the front, you've got two large fans. The exhaust is actually at the bottom here, so it's exhausting out the front. You can see that all of this has air holes that you can go out of. On the back here for your intake, you have some more air holes with a filter to ensure that nothing, no dust or anything comes on the inside. Looking at your PCBs, they're all very clearly marked with exactly what you're looking at. Most of the connections have, an epoxy over the top to make sure that they stay connected. You can kind of see some on the right-hand side there. But very, very clean and sturdy design that we've got on this unit. All right, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick walkthrough of the EG4 6500EX. That's a 6500 watt inverter. This is a tube listed inverter. It includes a UL 1741 with that tube listing. As you guys can see, it's a really clean model. Again, this is 120 volt output that is stackable, so you can get split phase. Huge amount of input on this, up to 8,000 watts, which is incredible. I think this is going to work for a lot of people who are trying to be connected to the grid in one way or the other, and they need to have that UL listing, or if they're looking for a really light inverter that has a large capacity that can be expanded. This is stackable, so you can continue to expand that inverting power as you add more batteries or as your system grows. So I'm Richard from EG4. Go ahead and take a minute to like and subscribe and let us know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by today, everybody. We have some more great videos coming out with an in-depth dive on the manual, as well as showing some of these features in actions. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. Thank you.